Helps if I have my microphone in front of me. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's get the air alert map up. Kharkiv just went off. Sumy still ongoing. Has been ongoing for 7 hours, 21 minutes. Donetsk has been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. If you're reading chat, first let me say hello, you know they exist. Mitch Ashdown, M35, McPigeon. Always good to see you guys. We've been talking about Andriivka. Other YouTubers are reporting that Andriivka is being liberated. At first, I thought maybe this Andriivka, or maybe this Andriivka. But no, I'm being told now it's Andriivka up by Sumy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see an Andriivka up here. Maybe inside Russia? Or over here? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, actually, yes, I am. Duh. So, Andriivka. Of course, Deep State showing it in blue as being liberated. So, some pushback by Ukrainian forces in the Sumy area. Yeah, it's just like any other city that, or any other country. There's a lot of towns with the same name. You can't just say Glendale. You have to say Glendale, California, or Glendale, Arizona, or how many other Glendales. Even my small town has one named after it, or the same name, I should say. Let me zoom out there and get ready for that. So, actually, let me zoom back in and see when that got posted. So, yeah, earlier this morning. So 6 o'clock this morning. So 15 hours ago. Oh, actually, yesterday morning. So it's been over a day. Happened over Sunday. Okay. So a day and 15 hours ago. Yeah, I didn't see it on my feeds, but a lot of my feeds are filled with news of Israel and Iran. That's even the Ukrainian news channels are filled with Iranian news. But that looks like it will clear up soon because complete and total ceasefire between Iran and Israel will take effect in a couple hours. So, yeah, this distraction is coming to an end. So, yeah, always good news. I might have just missed it in the feeds because, well, going through the feeds, and it's a lot of Iran. Oh, there's Ukraine. Meetings, Iran. More Iran, Qatar, US and Iran. Okay, there's a Ukrainian one, Iran, Qatar. So even the Ukrainian feeds are all, again, another post about Trump and Iran. So thankfully, this distraction will be heading away. Before we get on to that, before I get ahead of myself, since we're covering some news really quick, Kiev Post, Russian economy is crumbling. We will support this even more, says Zelensky. Key Russian economist warned Putin that his war in Ukraine will lead to a major recession. And while Ukrainian President Zelensky says Kyiv will capitalize on these economic woes. And one theory put out there is that since Russia can't break through on any front, well, Estonian intelligence says Russia is resorting to terrorist attacks on Ukrainian civilians because it can't make progress on the battlefield, where Ukraine's defenders have halted any advances. Well, way to go, Ukraine. Unfortunately, the civilians are being attacked because of that. But let's hop into the operational information and head back to the air alert map to keep an eye on it. Sumi air alert dropping off as well. Operational information as of 8 a.m. June 23rd regarding the Russian invasion. Again, this is 8 a.m. Ukraine time, midnight hours. So it is already the 24th in Ukraine right now, 5:13 a.m. So just a couple hours, we'll have the report for tomorrow. As always, the report starts with glory to Ukraine. The 1,216th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. Ukrainian defenders are steadfastly holding back the onslaught of the occupiers, inflicting significant losses on the enemy. In total, 142 combat clashes were recorded over the past 24 hours. According to updated information, yesterday the enemy launched 4 missile strikes using 10 missiles, 63 airstrikes dropping 76 guided aerial bombs. In addition, Russia carried out 6,132 artillery strikes. 118 of those were from multiple launch rocket systems. They also used 3,416 kamikaze drones to strike at Ukraine. The aggressor carried out airstrikes near or in the settlements of Yastrubine, Novosich, Sakuy in Sumy, Prikotin in Kharkiv, Mirny in Donetsk, Kamiansky, Novodonrivka in Zaporizhia, and Mykolaievka in Kherson. Over the past 24 hours, aviation, missile troops, and artillery units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine struck 6 areas of concentration of personnel, weapons, and military equipment, 2 artillery pieces, and an enemy air defense system. Going into the individual directions and the deep state map. So I would have seen that right now, but in the North Slobansk and Kursk directions, Ukrainian defenders repelled 20 attacks by the invading forces. The enemy also launched 10 airstrikes using 17 more guided bombs and carried out an additional 257 artillery strikes, 8 of those being from MLRSs. Moving over to South Slobansk. I know I'm saying that wrong. I need to get better at the pronunciation. Slobozyansk, or Gyansk, sorry. Basically, Kharkiv direction. The enemy tried 7 times to break through the defensive lines of our defenders in the areas of the settlements of Voschansk, Stroyivka, Figolivka, and that is all for the Kharkiv direction. Moving down to Kupiansk. 3 attacks by the enemy took place in Kupiansk direction yesterday. Our defenders repelled enemy assault actions in the areas of Stepova Novosilka, this small settlement here. Zeleny Gay, I have to zoom in for that to pop up a little bit too. And in the direction of Golubivka, which is up here. Heading further to the south to Liman, where the enemy attacked 17 times. He tried to penetrate our defenses in the areas of the settlements of Novemir, Karpivka, Rydkobub. Oh, I never remember where that settlement is. Trivdo Blovo. I cannot remember where that is. And Kolodazny. Let me just take a quick look around, see if I can jog my memory. Apparently I cannot. So let's just move on from Liman to Servisk. Just a hop, skip, and a jump to the southeast. The enemy made 4 attempts to advance in the areas of Girogorivka and Ivanodorivka. Come on, pop in. In the wrong area. It's, again, another tiny settlement. I think when we looked, there was like 10 homes in this area. So it's real tiny village, and Ukraine has been holding that line since 2022. Going a hop, skip, and a jump to the southwest, come to Kramatorsk direction, Slovansk, Konstantinivka, and Chasev Yar. In the Kramatorsk direction, occupiers attacked 6 times near Chasev Yar. Zoom in for Pretechny, and then even further zoomed in for Bilogora. Okay. Yilke says Putin ordered to prevent the recession. So I'll be curious how they plan to do that. But we'll get into that in a little bit. There's more information than I can say in a brief moment here. In the Torets direction, the enemy carried out 21 attacks in the areas of Divlivka, Toretsk itself, Leonidivka, and I lost where I was, Rusin Yar, and Yablonivka. And heading over to Pokrovsk, the most active area of the front, still and has been for well over a year now. Our defenders stopped 44 assault actions of the aggressor in the areas of the settlements of Malanivka, Mirolubivka. Mirny is this small settlement right next to Malanivka. Promin. Jumping all the way over to Novoserhivka, Udachny, Koltanyarka, Moravka, and Oleksivka. Moving on to Novopavlivka direction. Well, Novopavlivka is up here. It basically covers this front from Andriivka over to Novodorivka. The enemy carried out 10 attacks over the past day near the settlements of Vasily, Serchenko, Bogatar, and Volhyny Pol. Looks like we're skipping over Guliopol and going to Orhiv. In the Orhiv direction, the occupation troops once tried to advance on the positions of our defenders in the direction of Novoandrivka. Heading over to Dniprovsky and Kherson area. Dniprovsky is here. Over the past day, the enemy made 2 futile attempts to attack the positions of Ukrainian units in the Dnieper direction. Again, no combat clashes were recorded in the Guliopol direction. Zooming out, no signs of formation of enemy offensive groups have been detected in the Volyn or Polisia directions. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses on the occupation forces, both in manpower and equipment, and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. The report goes into the losses for today. We'll cover that with a graphic here shortly. I'm going to hop back to the air raid alert map so we can keep an eye on that. And we end the report for today with, as always, join the Defense Forces, Razom Peremojemo, and of course, Slava Ukraina. Hopping into the Russian losses for today. Total combat losses of the enemy. Okay, make sure I have the right one. I don't have the right one. That was yesterday's. Somehow I missed scrolling. I'll grab the right one here. June 23rd, 1216th day of the full-scale invasion, which means I have the wrong title on my stream. Mess up one thing and everything goes to the birds. Let me edit that really quick and get the right day on there. See, you guys are supposed to keep me honest with stuff like that and tell me when I make mistakes. Today, Russia lost an additional 1,010 personnel, bringing the total casualties over 1,012,500 personnel, 1 additional tank, 5 armored personnel vehicles, 58 artillery systems, 2 multiple launch rocket systems, 138 UAVs, and 127 vehicles. That is the Russian losses for today. And with that, let's hop over to Telegram and Zelensky's channel. And he did not post a address to the people today, but I will play you the one from yesterday. Yeah, that is the nature of it. Um, I took Saturday and Sunday off streaming, well, this report. So, and normally I'm just double check with this, but I had the wrong one up, so I had the wrong date on my stream. It happens. Anyways, here is Zelensky's speech for you today with English subtitles. Let me back that up and get that full screen.
Дорогі українці, українки, сьогодні багато всього за день сталося. Зараз в Краматорську ще тривають рятувальні роботи на місці російського удару. Авіабомби просто по місту, просто по будинках. Під завалами були люди, залучені були всі необхідні сили. Станом на цей час відомо про 4 поранених, серед них дитина. На жаль, 4 людини були вбиті цим російським ударом. Мої співчуття усім рідним та близьким. Очікую також на повний звіт щодо наслідків та щодо всіх обставин російського ракетного удару по полігону на півдні України. Сьогодні був цей удар, не перший такий удар. На жаль, є втрати, є поранення. Потрібна повна відповідальність. Сьогодні була тривала розмова моя з міністром внутрішніх справ Клименком, зокрема про захист наших позицій на передовій та про застосування наших дронів підрозділами Національної гвардії України. Говорив також сьогодні з головкомом Олександром Сирським. Все має бути налаштовано системно, так, щоб російські дрони, російські розвідники знищувались і знищувались максимально оперативно. Окремо говоритиму на тижні з партнерами щодо додаткового фінансування для виробництва дронів-перехоплювачів, перехоплювачі, дрони для передової, також дрони на оптоволокні та всі типи дронів для ударів по російській території мають бути профінансовані так, щоб це дійсно відчувалось. Це буде і вже є попередні домовленості з частиною наших партнерів, з частиною європейських країн. Сьогодні був міністр оборони Норвегії в Україні. Є рішення про 400 мільйонів доларів у наше виробництво, нові інвестиції на дрони передусім. Ми працюємо разом і працюємо для того, щоб створити всі умови і виробляти ППО в Україні, виробляти з партнерами, з Норвегією. Кроки до цього ми робимо. Відкрито вже офіс в Україні однієї з найбільших європейських оборонних компаній. Найбільшою норвезькою оборонною компанією Kongsberg Defense and Airspace. І максимально ми все прискорюємо. Були сьогодні детальні доповіді, також розвідки ГУР та служби зовнішньої розвідки, передусім про російські наміри і наш від них захист. Ключове, що намагається зробити Москва, це боротьба проти санкцій. Вони намагаються всіма методами виторгувати для себе не просто незастосування нових санкцій, але й ще послаблення існуючих. Ми розуміємо, яким чином і кого вони використовують в Європі, в інших частинах світу. Протидіємо. Я дякую кожному, хто просуває, попри все, санкційний порядок денний, бо це порядок денний наближення миру. Ще одне. Сьогодні були доповіді по ситуації на Близькому Сході та в регіоні Затоки після американських ударів по об'єктах ядерної програми іранського режиму, який так багато допоміг Путіну. Зараз в українському небі чергові хвилі шахедів. Ми всі прекрасно пам'ятаємо, звідки у Росії така зброя. Іранські рішення на допомогу Росії принесли нашій країні та багатьом іншим країнам масштабні руйнування, масштабні людські втрати. І це дійсно має припинитись. І це дійсно не має бути посилено ядерною зброєю. Жодного поширення ядерної зброї в сучасному світі не повинно бути. Це треба підкреслювати. Важливо.
All right, for those of you that can't read this, I'm going to say, back it up and read this part out for you.
Масштабні людські втрати. І це дійсно має припинитись. І це дійсно не має бути посилено ядерною зброєю. Жодного поширення.
There must be no proliferation of nuclear weapons in the modern world. This must be emphasized. It is important that there, well, now, yeah, fluffing Trump.
Якщо Путін відкидає всі мирні пропозиції, у тому числі американські пропозиції, то не дивно, що відкидають їх поки що і в Тегерані. Але всі вони мають відчути, що таке сила міжнародної солідарності та неприпустимості будь-якого поширення терору. Реальна і довготривала безпека потрібна. Дійсно надійна безпека. Я дякую всім, хто допомагає з цим. Я дякую всім, хто з України. Слава!
And of course, saying thank you to everyone supporting Ukraine and helping Ukraine reach a real lasting peace. And of course,
допомагає з цим. Я дякую всім, хто з України. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. Yeah, I messed up the moving around, but oh well. We'll come back to that stuff later. But somebody was mentioning the meeting with Jill. Asked, did Zelensky wear a suit while meeting in UK? Well, here's the video. I'll let you decide if this is a suit or not.
Thank you, dear Prime Minister, dear Keir. Thank you for invitation, and we are very thankful to UK, all your team and people of the United Kingdom for such big support of Ukraine from the very beginning of this war. I'm very thankful to all of you. I'm very thankful for this meeting, for the decision of support militarily and financially Ukraine. Thank you. Slava Ukraine. Thank you, Kir. Thank you.
Have you done some of the training before? Okay, so it's your first time with Interflex.
Я бачу, наші люди, вони з першого дня знають, що робити.
Вони в нас питають, як ви що вчили ви. Включаєшся через тиждень.
It's a dress suit with a jacket.
Бажаю вам всього успіху, всього найкращого, повертайтесь додому з досвідком, бережіться.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So, yeah, that's what he wore today. Or, yeah, today, meeting in with the UK. No, yeah, it's just a dress shirt with a jacket. Not quite a suit. As close as to a suit you can have without wearing a suit. And of course, speaking at the Chatham House. Not much really context there. So I'll skip over that. And that means we are heading to Canty's Center on again, that video I just played, so we'll skip that when we get to it. But give you a preview of some of the things to come. I'm actually going to cover this before we get to the top. Kyiv suffers the most Russian attacks among the large Ukrainian cities, and most enemy strikes fall on the Cherchensky's district, according to Texi Infographics. That's this area here. Let me go to Google Maps and show you on the maps. That's essentially this area right in here. Sorry, to the north of the railroad, the rail station. So right in this area around the zoo, the circus, and the train station. Zelensky will speak to the Dutch Parliament at 5 p.m. Kyiv time, so that would be 9 a.m. my time. Anyways, going back, and I'll let you guys check out the let me jump, because I wanted to grab the other one, the translated one. Russia, Ukraine, of course, America. I'll attack this place tomorrow. Be careful. Iran. And I'm attacking on this one in response. Don't forget to evacuate. These are the memes being spread in Ukrainian chats. So, continuing with the preview before we get back to the beginning of today. There's only a few videos over the weekend. Most of the weekend was covering Iran. But here we are at the drones this morning, or, the report from last night. 368 air targets just launched, 354 destroyed, 352 Shahed type strike UAVs. These are from Iran, the Shaheeds anyways. 339 of those were shot down or lost due to electronic warfare. 11 Iskander M ballistic missiles. 7 shot down. 3 more were lost in transit. And 5 out of 5 Iskander K missiles taken out last night. The main direction of the attack is the city of Kyiv. Direct hits by enemy air attack vehicles were recorded in 6 locations, as well as the falling of downed aircraft in 25 locations in the city of Kyiv and Kyiv Oblast. Very, very concerning. One of these locations, consequences of the night attack by the Russian Federation in the oy vey. Sierotoshinsky district of Kyiv, a bus stop was damaged at the scene. So yeah, that's the important military target that Russia is attacking, a bus stop. Show you this one really quick so we can just go down the list for the rest of this. Pilots of the 82nd Airborne Brigade hunt for motorized rifles in the Donetsk region. It's a me, Mario. So that was the video from the 82nd group. The bus stop. Damaged business center and other facilities in the Slomiansk district of Kyiv. Unfortunately, this is my neighborhood. Due to the nature of the videos, Yilka, I don't think there's going to be a one-up. And again, I'll just show the pictures. I won't go into the story because the story is outdated at this point. But the results of the Russian attack in the Kyiv district, in my neighborhood. The buildings with the blue on it right there, that is where my massage therapist works. And the apartment building I stayed in is somewhere over in this area. I'll show you on the map here. So that is this building right here that you're, or this building, I'm sorry, that you're looking at. And that is where I stayed. Windows that were blown out in a large area in this neighborhood. My friend that lives in the same building, her windows did not get shattered, but they were broken to the point that they couldn't close or open the windows more. Had to clean out the debris from the mechanisms and such. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That one. Bring this back over. Yeah, that is that building right there. Different angle of it. So that road right over here is the road my Marshuka would go down. If I had to get to the metro, I'd go by this building. The thing that really sucks about that, the cars and the apartments, is insurance does not cover acts of war. So the homeowner's insurance or the vehicle insurance does not cover these damages at all. The people just have to, well, suck up the damage. Another view of the strike in Kyiv. The number of victims in Kyiv has increased to 25. KPI Sports Complex destroyed as the result of the attack. This is more in the downtown area. Yeah, I wouldn't mind driving a Niva. And the nice thing about that is they're cheap enough. You know, you roll it down the hill while you're off-roading. Cheap and easy to replace, and rather than fix it. So again, this was a sports center. This is where kids went to play soccer or basketball, go swimming. You know, big, dangerous military target for Russia to hit. And thanks to Reuters and GMA News, we have a video of the strikes in Kyiv when they happened. Look, there's a house in Ukraine that's up in the mountains for sale, and if you buy the house, they give you a Lada Niva 4x4 for free. Just saying. Oh, I haven't heard of a Chevette in a long time. And at the end there, you hear the small arms fire trying to take out another Shaheed. Bilhorod Dnistroyi. 2 people were killed, 12 more injured. Body of another victim unblocked in Kyiv. Death toll has increased to 9 in Kyiv and another 2 in Odessa. Just an image But let me show you the city that this is associated with. Zoom out here. And oh, I guess it's not that city. Oh. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Just making sure. I'm not sure where that town is or where that building is. But this is one of the cities I would love to eventually go to because it has probably the coolest castle in Ukraine, in my opinion. You know, right at the edge of the entry into the inlet. See if I can find a nice overhead of it. And that's pretty good. You got the main keep surrounded by the walls. There's a pretty good one. So the main keep, the courtyard, the outer walls. Yeah. They do have tours in there, and you can do like an overnight, like ghost story tours or the medieval dungeon tours and camp at the castle overnight. And I'd love to go and do that. Picture from the outside walls, the gateway into the castle. Is a very cool castle. So, but yeah, this is the town, another town that Russia attacked overnight last night, unfortunately. And well, the new warhead of the Shaheed is filled with a viscous mixture that burns even when mixed with sand. Kyiv was attacked today by drones with such a warhead. That's the sand afterwards turned into basically glass. And here's
Пацаны вернулись с задачки, блядь, это ВВшечка, блядь, товарищ, которая в нынешнем шахиде, блядь. И такой хуеты, блядь, сука, 70 килограмм.
So that's what Russia is packing the Shaheeds with now. Oh, Anton's here a lot. Yeah, I don't think anybody would do insurance policies that cover war damage. I don't think anybody will. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the news from Kyiv today. We got an interesting video here for you from, well, clearing Russian positions from the first-person view of the fighters of the 15th Brigade of the Karadog National Guard. The enemy was eliminated. One of our soldiers got wounded and was evacuated. Here is this video. So 6:19 in the morning. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't like look out for everybody's stream. I'd never stream if it was, trying to work around everybody else's stream between Starsky, Mercado, Chungus. There's just too many of us out there, so you got to do what you got to do.
Держи це, вход! Оте держи! Есть, загорелся. Загорелось. Я ему вот, я сейчас ответ. Я въебал ему походу в БК, бо загорелось только что. Я тоже хуй по БК. Его забаранили? Да, походу. Ви його бачите? Та не бачу. Заебашили! Передай, есть рация! Тёма! Тёма! Займись 300 и передай по рации, що 200! Що ти, Я туда ему сюда вбегал. Що это? Давай зачищаем и одягиваемся, что там, есть сумка? Сумка. Что у него тут есть? Магазин нарочный, твій? Магазин. Давай. Давай, забирай.
Oh yeah, that's a little trippy looking down at the ground like that while it... So 6:59, 40-minute fight, and they cleared the position and one wounded. Well, see the tourniquet on his leg.
Сейчас воды він принесе, стой, брат. Держись. Буде больно. Ну ми так витащимо, побыстрее. Да. Довірся нам, ми знаємо, що ми робимо. Тепер, нам не можна. Та блядь, ну. Може дотягнути йому турнікет, бо щось... Два, три. Оп. Що там, удобненько?
So you saw the guy get a leg injury and the tourniquet on his leg. I am doing a collection to take medical supplies to Ukraine. And one of those supplies is a North American Rescue Cat Gen 7 tourniquet. You see one getting used in that video, saving that guy's life. If you want to help out, for $31.28, you can save a Ukrainian soldier's life with that tourniquet. If that price tag's too high, I'm also collecting for chest seals, compression bandages, and bleed stop powder. I'm only collecting these 4 items because these 4 items are cheaper here in the States than they are in Ukraine. The other things I looked into, like regular gauze bandages and scissors and such items, it's actually cheaper to buy them in Ukraine than the US. So if you're in the US and want to donate and save a soldier, we'll get these directly to Helena in Kyiv. She'll make IFAKs with these and get the IFAKs to the soldiers that need it. The standard equipment for a soldier IFAK is at minimum 2 cat tourniquets. Ideally, they want to have 4 of them, 1 for each limb, just in case. 1 2-pack of chest seals, and 2 of the compression bandages, and 4 or more of the bleed stop powders. Of course, scissors, regular bandages, gauze, ace wraps, stuff like that. But that all that other stuff is cheaper to get in Ukraine. If you're not in the US and can't order through this, feel free to hit up my PayPal, and any donations to the PayPal will be directly handed over to Helena while I'm in Kyiv. Let's head back to the air alert map. Still just Donetsk going. Well, thankfully, we won't have to hear much more about Iran since the ceasefire is supposed to happen in the next couple hours. On to the next video. Airstrike on the Kerbal space program of the Russians in the territory of Kherson. That actually means command post, but I could not pass up the KSP being Kerbal. Anyways, here. Dun 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 dun. So good seeing the command post blow up, but I cannot help but wonder if this kid knew how viral they would go when they did this recording. Dun 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 dun. I gotta love it though, and I gotta shout out that kid. One day I'll find out who recorded it and give them the love they deserve. Anyways, we have an interesting video of an FPV hitting a loaf van from both perspectives. Here you go. Oh, let me back up to the beginning.
Я не знаю. Да.
A pro-Chinese troll. In Dylan's chat? Wow, he gets them all. That's okay, he can keep them. I just thought that was cool, being able to see both ends of the destruction of the van. Makes you wonder what happened to the guy inside, because obviously they were able to capture the video. But moving on to the 36th Marine Brigade, showing us how they take care of Russians. Okay, I just want to stop it for a second and point out, it's so easy to tell a Russian trench. These nice, perfectly straight, machine-dug trenches. There's supposed to be zigzags in these trenches for a reason. They're also supposed to be narrow for a reason. Like this, it should be this wide, not, 3 times as wide. So it's harder for munitions to hit inside the trench. And I mean, just look at all the little potholes from munitions hitting inside this trench. It's more of a death trap than a defensive position. It's not an anti-tank for one simple reason. That weighs towards the enemy. You don't want the dirt mound in front of you. You want it behind the trench. You know, you want the trench, and then you want a dirt mound. So when the tank goes in, it gets stuck, and if the commander isn't smart, the barrel of the gun gets stuck in the dirt mound. So that dirt mound should be right up against it and like creating an sideways S. That's just the Russians use these machines that sit there and just scoop it out and throw it to the side. And that's their trenches. They don't really care about their troops. And well, I think we've seen enough videos about Russia not caring about their troops to understand that. Moving on to the next video, a Russian assault group comes under fire from FPV drones and a HIMARS in the Sumy region. Yeah, see, I would think you'd hit a Chinese troll with Tiananmen Square. And again, we're back to the meme in Ukrainians' chats. The most hit areas of Kyiv. We come to the Russian kamikaze drone Mars on fiber optics with a cumulative projectile, which is intended to hit an infantry fighting vehicle, but instead it exploded during takeoff. This is from the Russian side of the war. So you hear the drone propellers spinning up, and right after they spin up, boom. Play it one more time for you. Somebody needs to go back to wiring school. Oh wait, Russia does not have a wiring school. And I played that one for you with Zelensky meeting the troops in Great Britain. Play it one more time just because, well, one of the few instances where we catch him speaking English on video.
Thank you for invitation.
Charlie, you guys my headquarters.
Thank you, dear Prime Minister, dear Kier. Thank you for invitation, and we are very thankful to UK, all your team and people of the United Kingdom for such big support of Ukraine from the very beginning of this war. I'm very thankful to all of you. I'm very thankful for this meeting, for the decision of support militarily and financially Ukraine. Thank you. Slava Ukraini. Thank you, Kir. Thank you.
Have you done some of the training before? Okay, so it's your first time with Interflex.
Я бачу, наші люди, вони з першого дня знають, що роблять.
Вони в нас питають, як ви що вчили ви. Включаєшся через тиждень, намагаєшся зрозуміти, так.
А українську мову колеги знаєш?
Вчаю, я вчаю.
You understand some words in Ukraine? A little bit.
Бажаю вам всього успіху, всього найкращого. Повертайтесь додому з досвідом. Бережіть себе.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I'll,
You know, Zelensky gets handshakes and pats on the shoulder whenever he goes to another country, except, well, the United States. Whereas Trump, he has to sit there and pat himself on the back. And probably one of my favorite memes to come out recently, the evolution of Taco Trump. I love that one. That is all the videos I have set aside for today. But we need to go and visit one of my favorite channels on Telegram, Volna Ukraina, for videos directly from soldiers.
Прапор синьо-жовтий, в рюкзаку лежить і кайзер, град огню, нарешті стикне з неба на що ви прийшли.
Ну що, як вам гостеприимность через Украину? Welcome to Ukraine, сука!
You know, if arms manufacturers are not rethinking how to armor vehicles because of the drones in use, they're going to be behind the times. You know, this is add-on stuff to keep the drones from striking the armor directly. Imagine if you actually designed something that was meant for countering drones. How much more effective that could be. This guy's posted several times. I wish I could get some of this translated, but
Всім привіт. Дякувати Богу. Наступило 22 червня. Дякувати хлопцям на передніх рубежах железними яєдлами. Зона нашої відповідальності тримається. Робота наша продовжується. Віримо в ЗСУ. Гарного дня і тихого вечора.
a shout out to the boys, and work continues is the best I could do from what I was able to catch. Yeah, well, Russians are riding in low vans, Ladas, and motorcycles. This is what Ukrainians ride on. Of course, they do have the toys. Hey, women pay great money for their mud baths, and these guys are getting it for free. That was great. Let's see what this one is. All I'm going to say is Ukrainian dirt must taste good to keep his mouth open while getting mud flung at him. Sorry, reading chat there. And okay, apparently this one's for the boys out there.
Як життя нас кине на дистанцію, кохання наш зв'язок, ти маєш рацію. Я сам знайшов тобі, I don't lie to you, babe, I'm gonna fight for you, вона цього вартує. Бо таку, як ти, не знайду, ти промінь світла мою темряву.
Okay.
Бо таку вартує.
Oh, wait, no, go back. I want that belt buckle. I don't know if I could zoom in on it. Yeah, I can. Not that. No, no. If I do. Won't let me zoom in on it. That's the last video of Volna Ukraina for this time around. Okay, I gotta read this. Trump, his new statement and his old love for the caps lock key. Israel and Iran came to me almost simultaneously and said, peace. I knew the time had come. The world and Middle East are true winners. Both nations will see tremendous love, peace, and prosperity in the future. They have much to gain and much to lose if they stray from the path of truth and truth. The future of Israel and Iran is unlimited and full of great prospects. And yeah, Trump totally bucking for the Nobel Peace Prize that Pakistan nominated him for. Let's see, what is this? The American Peace Eagle was writing a post. Iran launched the second wave of missiles at Israel. Ceasefire will begin at 7 a.m. Kyiv time. It is 6:21, so 39 minutes to go, and this is Iran a couple minutes ago, launching more missiles at Israel. Beersheba after the Iranian attack. Trump was right about everything, huh? Take the phone away from the narcissist. Trump brags on his social media about his ability to fly at the speed of ballistic missiles. Oh, that is almost worth going on Truth Social to actually check out to see what he really said. Oh, Israeli alarms are going off now. Well, it'll be interesting to see if the truce holds. You know, as you see, 20 minutes ago, the ceasefire, you know, getting in shots before the ceasefire officially goes into effect, and apparently doing it again, as people in chat are telling me that the air alerts in Israel are going off again. Oh, Linda H says they were a bit ago. Okay. It was probably the air raids for this attack. And let's see, anything else today? Nope, nothing on Telegram right now. Let's check out Kyiv Independent and see what says what they're saying there. Serbia halts all arms exports amid Russian scrutiny over Ukraine. So Serbian president said that Serbia has halted all exports, denying that the move was in response to Russians' criticism over munitions going to Ukraine. So apparently Sumy was hit this morning. 3 people killed, including an 8-year-old boy. It doesn't say what city, but just the Sumy Oblast. Zelensky and Starmer hail massive step towards military cooperation. That was like a few hours ago. So not a whole lot on the news front coming in just now. I think that's all I got for you guys today. Again, I am collecting for medical supplies to go to Ukraine when I head out in 2 months, September. Get these supplies to Ukraine and, you know, save a little bit of money buying them here versus buying them in Ukraine. And hopefully I can use some of that savings to buy the other stuff in Ukraine. Again, the link for the wish list is linked to the top of chat. Do have Amazon Prime, so there's no shipping fees. I'm just going to throw them in my bag that I packed to go to Ukraine. So no shipping fees to get them over to Ukraine either. Again, that link's in the pin to the top of chat. General consensus says it's funny that Hezbollah said no, we are too weak to attack, and Hamas said we got nothing to contribute. Even the Houthis have been quiet. Yeah. From my understanding, IAEA, the International Energy whatever, was doing inspections on their nuclear sites. So I don't know. I haven't been following it. I only have enough brain space for Ukraine. I don't want to deal with Iran or Israel. There's enough other people covering that stuff. And in my opinion, still not enough people covering Ukraine. So that's why I started doing these streams, to let people know what's happening every day in Ukraine. 142 combat clashes yesterday. 76 guided bombs, 10 missiles yesterday. Over 6,000 artillery strikes, and almost 3,416 kamikaze drones. That's every day in Ukraine. I think the total of stuff launched at Israel adds up to 1 day of Ukraine. 2 days if you count everything that's been sent against Iran. And people just are not covering it for some reason. It was really nice to see the report or the video from Reuters, whatever it is, Reuter. So it lets me know that there are news people there in Ukraine. It's just not getting out to the rest of the world. So hopefully that's what this stream accomplishes. And if you would be so kind to hit the like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, helps get the message out to more people so they see what is going on every day in Ukraine. With that, I'm going to say again, thank you for coming to the stream. But most importantly, keep supporting Ukraine, whether it's here or another channel. And have a good night. Stay safe, everybody, and I will see you next time. Oh, I almost forgot. Chungus is streaming on his gaming channel. So, you want to go check out Chungus?
That we switched to my channel.
My partner in Cars for Ukraine fundraiser. There's the link. I'll see you guys over there. Have a good night. And I think I just ended this or closed the screen for this stream without ending the stream. So I have to go back in and close the stream. Oops.
There we go. All right, we're in. All right, we're in, folks. Let's go. All right, chat. We ran into a Ukrainian buddy.
Oh, how do I get back to that thing so I can close it?
Hello. That's really where I left.
Yeah, this the don't trip. The channel I'm streaming on is super small. My news channel is the bigger one.
And this.
that? Ooh, I don't know.
It's me, Steve.
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Alright, bud.
Is that you with your hands up, or who's this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just change it.
All right.
Okay, maybe I'll go to history.
Where are we going? We're going to where Zelena goes.
Zelena goes, yeah.
I'll follow you guys.
Ah, here we go. Now I can end the stream. Oops.
Someone's got feed going in the background there. Steve, is that you?